Hi, good morning. Mike here with Lakeshore RV, and I want to congratulate Lorene on the purchase of her brand new 2022 Fusion 430. So this will be more of a tutorial video. Go through it, explain how things work. We'll start right here at the auto level. So what I did is I powered it up, and if you hit front, it raises the front. If you want to lower it, obviously down on that. And then you can do the left jacks, you can do the right jacks, you can do the rear, and you can retract all. So what I want to do here is we've unhooked it from the tractor. We pulled that forward. You just hit auto level, and that's going to level front to back, side to side. That's automatic, and that just takes a few minutes to complete. So no leveling, you simply push a button. You got your hydraulic fluid in here. Hydraulic fluid is for the 6-point auto level, also for the slide out rooms. So that's a reservoir. You really shouldn't have to put anything in there unless it has a leak or something, then you would know. But in any case, that's where the hydraulic fluid goes. Moving over here, your docking station. This is centrally located, makes it convenient. So what you want to do, we'll start with the sewer. Sewer dumps right over there. So once you get to the campground, if you have full hookup, great. Hook your sewer hose up, complete that connection. Come over here, pull the gate valve out for the black tank. That'll dump the toilet water. Once that's finished dumping, leave that open, hook a hose up to here, and you can flush that black tank out. If you want to use the outside shower hose, even run the rest of your hot water on the way out, you can really clean that tank out well with that. Just make sure this is open when you're flushing the tank out, or it'll overfill into the coach. Shut the tank flush off, close the valve, you're all done flushing. Great tank is just soapy drain water like the bathroom sink, kitchen sink and shower. You pull that, that'll kind of rinse your hose out for you. Moving over to city water. So once you get to the campground, you hook right up to the city water, you run off the pressure from the hose. If you want to fill your freshwater tank, you turn this valve to fill, and it'll fill your tank from this location. It's about 100 gallons. And then if you're using the tank, there's a pump switch you turn on inside. If you're running off the city water like it is now, just run it off the pressure from the hose. And then moving on to winterize. If you want to winterize the coach, this makes it really simple. You hook a hose up to this, you run it into a gallon jug of winterization fluid, turn this to winterize, and then you just flush the lines outside. So you run the shower, outside shower, there's some washer dryer hookups inside. So anything that runs water through it, you want to see pink coming out of it. And that's how you winterize. Satellite cable TV hookups here. You feed everything up through the bottom. So you take this off, you can fit your hoses in there, and then you can also shut the door. A tankless water heater runs off propane. There's an on-off switch inside. There's also a thermostat control inside, but this turns it on and off. Intake exhaust for the furnace system. So the camper's 50 amps. We got a 50 amp cord hooked up. So that means you can run all the air conditioners off 50 amps. We supplied a 50 to 30 amp adapter. So if you only have 30 amps, you can just pick one AC at a time. There's also a 15 amp adapter. You can plug it in at home if you need to, keep the battery charged up. With that one, no ACs, no microwave, but furnace, lights, refrigerator, all that should work off 15 amps. And then the guy's got the wheels torqued at 120 foot-pounds, so the factory's done it. The driver on the way up here probably did it, but the guys have just got done checking that. But you want to check that periodically, and this is kind of what the factory's recommending. So I'd go by that until the lugs quit tightening. And again, there's your 50 amp hookup. Okay, right over here, you got two fuel tanks. One's auxiliary for the pump, and then the other one looks like the front one's for the generator. So this will run the generator. Again, this will be your auxiliary pump if you need to fuel something up. Switch is right there. You got a ladder. Always a good idea to get on that roof and inspect the caulking annually. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, it's well worth getting somebody out to do that for you. But the roof, I think the factory says every few months you want to check all the silicone and the caulking and stuff like that. But, you know, if it was mine, I'd at least be up there in the spring and fall. It's got the patio deck off the back, powered awning over the top of it. That's just a push of a button. I'll show you where that's at. You got a great big storage area here. Second awning. Got a little bit of storage here, outside speakers. There's another powered awning there. And I'm going back to the auto level. Okay, so now the jacks are all down, the trailer's level. Great. Let's say we want to hook up and leave. If you hit all retract, it'll pick up the 4 jacks in the rear, and then you can obviously get in your truck back up and hook it up, and I'll show you that as well. Two 30-pound propane tanks. These are both full and ready to go. And how this works is this lever will point to the tank that you run off initially. Once it empties, that'll turn red. So if you're pointing here and it's like it is now, you still got gas in it. If it's red, it's already made the switch over. And there's some lights up front here. You turn them on and off with that switch. And then here's your 5,500 watt Onan generator. We tested that, fired it up, run everything off the generator. There's a start stop button outside, but there's also a main one inside. One thing too that I've seen over the years is if you're running, generator's running, but your microwave's not coming on, your lights will come on, but the microwave won't work, the AC won't work, the electrical outlets won't work, the TV won't work. Well, you might have tripped a breaker. So again, if the generator's running, you're not getting all the power you need, come out here and check those breakers. Service information is right here. It tells you when to change the oil, the air filter, all that's located on the sticker right on the front. Okay, here's your battery. Got that all ready to go for you. Pass through storage area. Battery disconnect. So if you get to where you're storing it, you can disconnect this battery and keep it fresh and ready to go. So inside the trailer, you have an in-command touchscreen. Now, if something on the touchscreen doesn't work, you can always come out here. You rotate these knobs to the right spot, and then you hit in or out or up and down, and you can. Looks like you have 3 awnings you can do. You can do all the slide outs. You can do the leveling jack. So again, if you have some issues with the InTouch, come out here and you can get away with it here. Steps fold up inside the door. Let's take a look at the inside. Central vacuums here. Lift this up. You can sweep right into it. Otherwise, stick the hose of the vacuum. It has a 25-foot hose that comes with it. Just connect it there, turn it on, and you can vacuum the whole trailer. And then the bag's right inside here. Tankless water heater. You turn it on. I have it off outside, but really, you turn it on, you hit up and down to adjust the temperature. Okay, so you got your seating area back here. It looks like you got 2 queen size beds. The bottom one lifts the top one up. So you use the bottom one to raise it. Once it's up above those holes, there's 4 pins that come with it. You pin it, you leave it up, and then you can bring the bottom down. And I'll also go over that when you get here. There's some steps for the rear patio here. Also a roll of carpet. You can make it feel nice and comfy in here. Obviously your second bathroom. Now with the toilet, you want to put chemicals in the toilet. What that's going to do is break the waste down, break the toilet paper down, help with the odor. And then you just drop it right into the bowl. Add a little water, and you're set to go. Keys are on the faucet. You also have a fireplace. So a fireplace runs off electricity. You can change colors. You can dim it. And then you can set your thermostat. And then here's your AM, FM, CD player. Looks like it's got a radio built in. And then moving up over here, here's your InTouch controls. So right when I turn the screen at a glance, I could tell you all the tanks are empty. Fresh tank is the portable freshwater tank or water that you take with you. Use the pump. Black tank is for the toilet. Black 2 is for the rear toilet. Gray 1 is for the bathroom sink and shower up front. Gray 2 is for the kitchen sink and the rear bathroom sink and shower. So as they fill up, these will kind of fill in solid. And then you got your water pump. So again, if you're using the fresh tank, fill it up, turn the pump on, it pressurizes everything and only runs when you demand water. If you're hooked up to the city water with the hose, you don't need it. So majority of the interior lights, handful of exterior lights here. There's some security lights outside as well. Now to get into the rest of it, it comes with a 000 code, which you can change. You can also download an app for your phone, which is great for things like running the hitch up and down if you're in your truck. You can run the slides in and out. You can do the awnings. You know, anything you can do here, you can do on your touchscreen. All right, generator, you can start it here. Looks like the guys ran it for about a half hour, and then they tested everything. It looks like there's some fuel in it. Tank heaters, if you're getting some cold weather, as long as there's something in those tanks, you can turn the heaters on. Probably like if you're running down the road and you don't have heat, your furnace is not running, you can help that way as well. Heating and cooling, you got your bedroom AC, your living room AC. And so the main one's gonna have the furnace on it as well. So you just run through your modes. There's heat, auto, and off. So main living room AC will do the furnace as well. And then garage AC. So you can set the thermostat for each of these rooms. There's a thermostat in each room. You can do the slide outs. So you got 3 slide outs. In and out, make sure there's nothing opened or in the way when you bring them in or out. And then here's the hitch. So you can run that guy up and down right off your phone. I think that's a great idea. And then settings, I wouldn't really get into there until you're comfortable with it, but it changes things like the passcode. Obviously you don't want to change the floor plan because it's all set up for the 430. So that is your in-command touchscreen. Same thing with the toilet in here. Chemicals go right in here. If you lose power to your outlets, maybe it's just a ground fault, you can reset it there. Great big king size bed. There's storage underneath this as well. There's your 50 amp power supply cord. There's a manual crank for the rear awning. And then obviously lots of closet space in here. Bedroom AC, like all the rooms, you can open it up, dump it on you, or you can close it and push them through the vents so they all work together. Keys are right here. So you got a key for this front side door, rear side door, patio decks on a solenoid, and the cargo doors have a key as well. Moving on to your refrigerator. Nice and cold. Okay, so you can run this off gas, electric, or both. So what I like to do is put it right here. That's really auto. So its primary focus is going to be electricity if it's available. If you unplug the trailer, it's automatically going to light or darken that gas symbol up. So it'll automatically switch to propane. If you plug it in, it goes back to electricity. So always wants to do electricity if it's available. If not, it goes to propane. Or I could just run it off electricity for some reason if I want to, or I could just run it off propane. And then thermostat 1 through 9, 9 being the coldest. You got your residential size microwave. The oven and stove, you light with a piezo, kind of like a grill at home would be. So you turn it on, hits the igniter, lights right up. So with the oven, turn to pilot, push and hold. As you're pushing and holding it, you light it there. Look underneath the area here, make sure the pilot lit, then you're ready to go. And then after that, you can just turn it on and cook. If you're gonna use it again, turn it back to pilot. Otherwise, for how much cooking you're probably gonna do here, I just shut it off, relight it. These are just lights. And then ladder stored right up in here. Convenient little storage area. If you have any questions, again, Michael's Lakeshore RV, appreciate your business. Please feel free to give me a call, 231-855-9998. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.